Hello everyone, today I am going to be filming another makeup challenge video. I asked you guys the other day on my Instagram if there are any makeup videos you really want me to film, and by far the most popular response was the LED lights makeup challenge. I think this was a trend like earlier this year, but I just never did it. I'm going to try and work out who did it first and leave their video in the description box. But yeah, I'm going to be doing it today. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be really fun. So I ordered myself some LED lights and I'm going to put them on in a minute. But basically, the idea of the challenge is I turn off my studio lights so it's like really dark, and the only light that I have is the LED lights, and they're going to make the room red or blue or green or whatever color you want. And it basically makes it really hard to see what colors you're picking, and also really hard to see like how much product you're putting on. And then obviously at the end we'll put my studio lights back on and we'll reveal the mess that I'll probably have on my face. So it should be fun. So as you can see, I've already done my foundation, concealer, powder, and eyebrows. Is that all I've done? I think so. I've done those already because I just thought that would be kind of boring. It doesn't really work for the challenge because they're all just going to be one shade anyway. But yeah, the palettes that I'm going to be using, the first one is this one. I'm going to be doing this for my bronzer. It's the Tarte Park Ave Princess palette. I don't want to look at it because like right now I can't remember what everything looks like in these palettes, so I don't want to look at it and then like spoil it. I'm going to give you guys like a little sneaky peek. That's what it looks like. For blush, I've got a bunch of these Fenty Beauty cream blushes. How fancy. I was sent a bunch of these in loads of different shades. There's 9. So there's 9 to pick from. Some of them are like bright pink, some of them are, I mean, if I'm dropping stuff when I can see, imagine what I'm going to be like when it's dark and I can barely see anything. Things are going to be flying everywhere in this video. These are just some of the many blush shades that I might end up with. I'm sorry, but like if I end up with that, how's that going to work? I'm not going to look at the shade names as well because I feel like that will kind of spoil it. For highlighter, I'm going to be using this who are you? Beauty Bay Living My Best Light Delicate Highlighter Palette. I think there's like 4 shades in there and I can't remember what they look like, but you guys can see. Oh, and then for eyeshadow, I wanted to go for something super bright because I feel like it will make it a bit more interesting. I've got another Beauty Bay product, their EYN Bright 16 color palette. Again, I've used this before, but I can't remember. I know they're bright, but I can't remember what colors. These are the kind of colors that I'm gonna be using, but I'm gonna have no idea which ones I'm picking. Oh, it's gonna be a mess, isn't it? Oh, I'm really gonna go all out. I thought I would do a glitter cut crease. I just thought, you know what, for this challenge, let's just go all out. It's gonna look like a mess, so let's give this a go. I've got a Revolution glitter pressed, why did I just turn into a fish? No, that is what it's called, a pressed glitter palette. Again, I have used this before, but it was a long time ago and I cannot remember what they look like, but this is what they look like. And then for my lips, I've got a bunch of these liquid lipsticks in a load of different shades. There's like nudie shades, there's pinks, there's reds, darker shades, lighter shades. Some of them are matte, some of them are shimmery. We could really end up with anything here, so I'm gonna pick out of all of these. I think I should just get on with it. So the next clip that you're gonna see of me will be me in the pitch black, and then we'll turn on my lights and begin the challenge. I'm actually kind of scared of the dark. I don't really want to turn my lights out, but I will. That is the scariest thing I've ever seen. This is a little bit different. So I forgot to show you guys, this is the little remote that I've got that I'm going to use to put my lights on and choose the colours. So we've got red. We've also got... green is bright. We've got blue. Oh, I like blue. Ah, a little bit of pink. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the red, the green and the blue are the brightest. So I'm going to switch between those throughout the video. I think I'm going to start off with the red. Yeah, let's start with the red. Okay, so I'm going to start off with bronzer. I feel like this is probably going to be the easiest part. So I'm just going to get my little palette out. This is what I can currently see. So these look a lot lighter. I'm guessing they're like a lighter bronzy color. And then these ones all look exactly the same. So they look really light. Like they look a similar color to my face. They're going to be too light, aren't they? I feel like maybe this one looks lightest, or this one. I gotta be careful because I have no fake tan on. This would be so much easier if I had tan on, but I'm currently in my natural skin tone, so I've got to be super careful with the bronzer. I have no idea how much is on my brush. Like it's, you can't tell, like I literally can't tell anything. And I feel like it's gonna be so hard to see how much I'm putting on as well. I feel like that might be too much. I think that's way too much. Oh no. Okay, I've just got my sponge and I'm gonna dab it out a little bit because I'm pretty sure that was way too much bronzer. Okay, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was way too much again. Why do I feel like it's hotter than normal? I feel like they're radiating heat onto me. Like, or maybe just because it's red, it's making my brain think that it's hotter in here. I don't know, because I mean, I do look like I'm on fire right now. I'm sweating. Maybe when I go to blue, I'll feel really cold. Anyway, I'm just doing a bit more bronzer up here around my forehead. I think this is going well, honestly. Can't really tell, can't really see. I'm now going to move on to blush, but I'm going to change the colour. Let's go for a bit of green. The green is actually blinding. Like, honestly, didn't need my cornea. Cornea? Corneas. I have 2 of those. Like, honestly, it's burning the old... Is it a retina? God, look at me getting out all of the eye terms. I could be a... optician. I could be an optician. Corneas and retinas. I know my stuff. Okay, let's get these blushes out. I'm whispering because I'm really near to the microphone. Odds on me dropping all of these. It's probably gonna happen. She's got them. Right, these are my blushes. I don't really know. Should I just pick one completely at random? I feel like that would be fun. Let's just open some random ones and we'll decide. Okay, that one looks very dark. They all look incredibly dark. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Okay, that one probably looks like the lightest one so far, so that is a potential. They all look exactly the same, don't they? They all just look like a dark browny kind of colour. They all look exactly the same. The only one, I think... I didn't drop them. I didn't. I'd say this is probably the only one that looks a little bit different. It's just like that little bit lighter, isn't it? So I think I'm going to go for this one. I've already powdered. These are cream blushes. Well, that's bad news. It's fine. We'll just do a little bit. Okay, I can't see. I can't see at all. I don't know how much I'm putting on, but I'm just dabbing. In fact, I feel like that's done nothing. I'm gonna get more out. Maybe they're like really sheer. The thing with these is I've never even tested them, so I don't know how pigmented they are or anything. But is that the light fooling me? And then I'm gonna turn it on and I'm just gonna have these bright, unknown color cheeks. Dab, 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 dab. I literally can't see anything. It's like there's nothing there. I'm just going to repeat the same on the other side. It's so strange. Like, I'm putting it on my finger. I can see it. I'm putting it on my cheek. I see nothing. Where's it going? I see it. Do you see that? I see it. Okay, so it does work. It must just blend out really sheer. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to highlighter and I'm going to change the lights to blue. I feel like the blue looks the nicest. Like the others look quite harsh, especially the red and the green. Those are the only other 2. The others look quite harsh. The blue just looks quite nice and soft. I like it. Okay, highlighter. We've got this palette here. This is what it looks like. Okay, so we know not to use this one because this is clearly going to be too dark for me. I like a nice kind of champagne-y, whitey, like bright highlighter. I'm going to guess maybe that one. I'm just going to guess that one, so we're going to go for that. As always, I see nothing. Like, I literally can't see what it's doing at all. How am I going to do eyeshadow without seeing? Like, I'm not going to know if it's blended. I mean, my eyeshadow never normally is blended, so I guess I'll just look like my normal self. Okay, same again on the other side. Just gonna whack a load of that on. Okay, this brush is way too big for this, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on the end of my nose, or quite a lot. I can see that. I can see it appearing on the end of my nose. It looks blue. Like I look like well, everything looks blue, doesn't it? But like the end of my nose looks especially blue. I can see that. Yay, why can't I see it here and here? Okay, I'm now gonna move on to eyeshadow, but I'm gonna change this back to the red again. I liked the blue though. Goodbye blue, I'll see you again very soon. Who am I talking to here? Right, red. I don't like the red, honestly. It's just so harsh and it like washes out my features completely. The red is not a vibe and it's quite scary, isn't it? Like this is quite scary. Okay, so this is my eyeshadow palette and this is what I can see. Okay, so I can see which ones are light and which ones are dark. I can just about see which ones are shimmer and which ones are matte, so that's a relief. But I couldn't tell you what the colours are. Like, I have no idea. I think they have shade names written on them, but in this light, I can't even read the shade names to try and help me out. But that's probably a good thing, because otherwise that would kind of spoil it. This one looks like a nice light matte shade, so I think I'm going to go for that one to start me off as like a transition colour. I can't even tell which of my eyeshadow brushes are clean and which ones are dirty, so that's good, that's useful. I'm just going to go for this fluffy brush here. Are you dirty? So yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of this shade here, and surprise, surprise, I can't see anything at all. Like, as far as I'm aware, that is doing absolutely nothing. So, oh my goodness, this is so difficult. Oh no, I just accidentally swiped this across my face here, but I don't actually know where. Where did I do it? I'm just going to wipe everywhere and hope that I get it. Same again on the other side. This must be really weird for you guys to watch. Like, you're literally watching me do my makeup, but you can't see anything and it looks like nothing's coming out. It's like I'm doing an imaginary makeup look, like, oh, look at this. You can't see anything, can you? Okay, so now I want a slightly darker shade just to like deepen it up a little bit. So I think out of the darker ones, I'm thinking maybe this one here. I was gonna say I feel like that could be like a darker brown, but I know it's probably not because this is like a bright palette and it's really colourful, so I doubt it's a brown. Well, we can see this. At least I can see something for once, so I can kind of see where I'm putting it. So I had a little look the other day just to see how people actually do this video, like to see how they made it work. And I noticed that most of the people that have done it, or actually all of them, seem to be like proper full-on beauty guru, like makeup people. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this turns out for someone like me who is not that good at makeup. I keep forgetting what colour I picked. It was this one, wasn't it? This is the one I'm dipping in, but I honestly can't remember which one. We might have like a mixture of different colours. Okay, I'm gonna take this little flat brush here, which I'm pretty sure has stuff on it. Probably should have cleaned my brushes before this. That would have helped me out a little bit. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel something coming off. I don't know what colour it is. Oh well. I'm gonna take another shade and do a little bit underneath. What's that called again? Lower lash line. I'm gonna put a little bit on my lower lash line. Do I go for the same colour or should I just pick another colour just to make it more fun? I think I'm just gonna pick another colour. So this one I can tell I've used it because it's not got the B indented in it anymore. Like whatever this colour is here, I have used that. So that means it's probably like a nice neutral colour because I doubt I would have used it if it was anything bright. So I think I'm gonna go for that. I might have cracked this here. I bet that is like a nice neutral colour. I feel like this is a mess. Like I can tell I just did such a mess of that. Okay, I think that's everything I need from that palette. I'm now going to move on to the cut crease and the glitters. So first of all, let's change to the green again. Oh, it gets me every time. In this light, I can kind of see the eyeshadow a bit better. I have done a bad job underneath. I look like a panda. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm now gonna do my cut crease. I've got a bit of concealer somewhere. Okay, so I've got my concealer and a little brush, and I'm just gonna use this to cut the crease. It's funny, isn't it, how in the red light, the colour that I put under my eyes was invisible. Oh, goodbye concealer. But in the green light, it looks really dark. That's making me think, what colour could it be? Green. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some concealer over here. Okay, is that all right? I think I've done that well. Like, honestly, in green light, my cut crease looks pretty good, but I have no idea if it looks good in real life. Okay, this side has gone so much worse. This side is honestly perfect, I think. This side is so wonky. I've gone way too high. How can I even fix that now? Oh no, I tried to make this one bigger so that it matches this one, and now I've messed this one up. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna leave them alone. Okay, so this is the pressed glitter palette that I'm gonna be using. I have no idea, so I'm just gonna pick completely at random. I think I'm just gonna go for this one. It looks like a good sort of middle toned shade. It's not too dark, it's not too light. Yeah, no idea what colour it is, but I'm gonna go for that one. First of all, I'm just gonna wax some glitter glue over... Wait, do I need this? Yeah, I think you need this, don't you, for pressed glitter? I'm going to wax some glitter glue over the concealer. Oh, wait. I've got to be quick now, haven't I, before it dries? I ain't even got the brush out yet. I'm just going to take this brush here and I'm going to get a load of this. Oh my goodness, that is chunky. Well, yeah, it is a pressed glitter, isn't it? So it's going to be chunky. And now I'm just going to put that over here. Oh dear, a massive bit just dropped down. Just gonna kind of dab it over the glue. Oh my goodness, I have done the biggest cut crease ever. Like, it's way too big. It started off so good as well, and I just kept fiddling with it, which made it grow bigger and bigger. Well, hey. This is getting everywhere. Is this a blue colour? Honestly, I think it is. Because well, it might not be, but in this light, this looks like a blue coloured glitter. That could look cool though. Okay, so I'm now just doing my mascara, which is obviously not really part of the challenge because you only get one colour. All of my mascaras are black. But it is quite tricky to do it in this light. Like, I can't really tell if I'm getting it everywhere. I think those might be my eyes done. I dread to think what those are gonna look like. But I'm now going to move on to my lips. But first of all, let's go back to the blue. Ah, we love the blue. Okay, I literally can't hold them all up, but this is a rough idea of what they look like in this light. This is what I can see. This one looks quite light, this one looks quite dark, but colour-wise, not a clue. I just want like a nice browny nude colour, just something nice and simple because I have a feeling my eyes might be a bit crazy. I keep wanting to look at the shade names, but I feel like that'll completely give it away, so I'm not going to. Okay, I feel like this looks like a kind of browny nude shade, kind of like a mid-toned browny nude. That's just a wild guess. So I think I'm gonna go for that one. Okay, so I'm just putting it on. I can just about see where I'm applying it. I think because it's quite a dark colour, that's made it a little bit easier. Okay, I think I've applied that quite well. It wasn't too hard to actually apply, but it's just the fact that I have no idea what colour that is. Like, doesn't it look so dark in this light? Like, whatever it is, I'm thinking it's a very dark colour. I think it's going to be a really dark brown. That's my prediction. But yeah, I think now I need to reveal my face. I tell you what though, this was really fun. So this is what it looks like in red. Can't really see it at all. This is what it looks like in green. Looks really dark. That is a really dark lip. And this is what it looks like in blue. So yeah, I'm now gonna turn these off, put my studio lights on, and we shall reveal my face. Okay, so I've just put my lights back on. I haven't even looked yet. So I'm about to see it for the first time in 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Meh. For a second, I honestly thought in the viewfinder it looked really good. Red lip. I did not expect a red lip. But that looked so dark in those lights, didn't it? But it's actually a bright colour. Oh dear, the eyeshadow is messy. Like, that does not look great. My base makeup, I mean, I was convinced I wasn't putting any blush on. I was putting blush on, but to be fair, not a bad shade. Okay, I think we need to go through each thing and look at what colour I used now that I can actually see. Oh, well, I'm holding this, so we'll start with this. So for bronzer, I picked the second one from the end, which actually looks like a pretty good shade, and it's come out quite nicely. I wouldn't say the bronzer looks bad at all. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't think the bronzer looks too bad. And these ones are powders. I was going to use these because I thought they looked lighter. Thank goodness I didn't, because these are actually powders, so it would have done absolutely nothing. So this is the blush that I used. I've kept it separate so that I knew which one I used. It's in the shade Bikini Martini, and it's like a nice pinky colour, so I feel like that was probably a good choice. Oh goodness. Okay, it looks like a really bright pink in the pot, but it's come out quite nicely. Like, it's, I mean, it's a little bit much, but it's not as intense as you'd think from that. Highlighter looks pretty nice. So so the highlighter was this shade here. It's kind of like a slight pinky tone to it. Okay, so for eyeshadow, this is what I used. What one did I start with? It looks like I started with a yellow. Yeah, I started with this one, didn't I? So this is the first shade that I used. And then the second one kind of looks like a dark, it was this one. This is the second one that I used, which is like a really dark purple. And then, oh yeah, on my lower lash line, I used this bright pink. Oh my God. That was the one that I was like, oh, I can tell that I've used it, so it's probably a really neutral colour. Is it me, or is that like the brightest one in there? And I've just remembered that's the one that I've used the most, because I used that shade when I put concealer in my hair and then put eyeshadow over it to like do that TikTok hack. Do you guys remember? That's why that one's been used the most. Now I remember. And then for the glitter, we've got this like pinky shade. So it was that one there. Okay, these were the options I had. They were all kind of like pinky warm tones, weren't they? But this is the one that I ended up going for. Not a bad shade. It's probably not my first choice. I don't tend to do pink makeup. but without knowing, I matched the glitter to the lower lash line. It doesn't look awful, but the yellow and the purple have just kind of merged into like a murky mess. And the last thing is the lipstick. Where did I put it? Here he is. So the lipstick was in the shade Calypso Red. It is in like tiny writing there, but I could not see it in that lighting at all. So, I mean, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have picked it because I don't normally go for a red lip, and I was convinced this was a dark nude, but it's a bright red. That's so strange. And that is my makeup done. I mean, overall, it's not horrendous. I feel like it could have ended up a lot worse. But yeah, that was so fun to film. Like, that was the most fun I've had filming a makeup challenge in a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.